Hello, my name is Kira Thompson and today I'm on the set of yet another low-budget production company, Beer Nuts Productions. I have less than zero interest in this film, but I'm a struggling actress who needs the money, so let's get to filming so I can move out of my parents' granny flat.
The mastermind behind Beer Nuts and all of its films is Goff. And yes, it is just Goff. This is Goff No Last Name's 23rd production, and from what I've managed to uncover, it recounts the life of an unconventional and insignificant artist, Christian Victoria, who of course is fictional. Sounds fairly drab to me, but perhaps he can sell it better than I can.
Here today to film Biography of a Star, Christian Victoria. Christian Victoria was a world-famous artist with just so many wonderful artworks, and we're going to discover all of them in this fantastic, hilarious mockumentary.
Well, if that doesn't want to make you watch a documentary based on a completely made-up character, I don't know what will.
Not only does Goff write, direct, edit, and produce his own films, but he also stars in them. Because if you can't get cast, you cast yourself.
But fears were eased when Christian Victoria announced, I haven't got a fucking microphone on.
Beer Nuts Productions may be the product of one man's questionable imagination, but no matter how questionable the content, any director will know that it takes a small village to bring a 29-page script to life. In Goff's case, a 4-person village. The man behind the filming and sound of Biography of a Star is none other than Scott Whatman. If you've never heard that name before, don't worry, because I hadn't until 2.3 minutes ago. Apparently Scott is an award-winning singer and guitarist, and actually owns his own recording studio right here on the Gold Coast. So Scott, as a recorder of sound waves that are invisible to the naked eye, what is your favourite sound in the world?
The sound of one hand clapping.
Fascinating. Now let's flip that on its head. What is the worst sound you've ever had to capture?
The sound of one hand clapping.
Now, the man who answers Goff's every beck and call is not his live-in lover, but his production assistant, Peter Burslin. This basically means that Pete does everything that Goff asks for very little money.
Hi Pete, can you tell audiences how much preparation goes into creating a Beer Nuts masterpiece?
Literally eons.
And what's the best part about being Goff's production assistant?
Shining his head.
Good.
Get that devil machine
You
out of my
need to
face.
be...
The third member in the Beer Nuts production village is the darling MUA, Holly Fraser. Holly is in charge of making the actors look flawless, and considering a majority of actors are having an existential crisis at the moment, it's certainly a mammoth task.
Holly, why do you enjoy painting the human face so much?
It pays the bills.
And what is the biggest challenge you face, no pun intended, as a makeup artist in the modern age?
Dealing with people who think they can look like Kylie Jenner in 30 minutes, really.
Such wise words from such a young soul.
The final hero who makes up this fantastic four is the pornographic prop creator, Ilya Chidze. With 13 artworks showcased in this film, the erotic artiste truly had her work cut out for her. But as you can see, Ilya has managed to capture the salacious and amateur stylings of Christian Victoria's pieces with poise and grace. My personal favourite is 5 Dick Armless Barry. That one definitely evoked something within me.
But enough of the credit fillers, let's get to them smoking hot actors.
First on set at a brisk 900 hours is Yuzo Motai playing the elusive and challenging role of Monk. I tried to glean some information from Yuzo about his character, but I believe he was deeply immersed in the ancient performance technique of method acting.
Hey buddy, you got some weed.
Finally, another woman on the set. All this testosterone was beginning to disrupt my flow. Meet the extremely talented Sandra Harmon, who plays the main character's alcoholic grade 1 teacher, Mrs. Swanson.
What struggles do you face when portraying a grade 1 teacher who indulges in one too many beverages?
Ah, good question. Don't drink in front of the kids.
Charming. And most importantly, if Mrs. Swanson were an alcoholic beverage, what do you think she'd be?
Oh, a big tall glass of gin, sharp and sour.
Next on set is the youngest member of this Q-list cast, Matilda Simmons. Matilda has graciously been given the role of sex worker in Biography of a Star, and if my 5-minute journalism career has taught me anything, there is a fine line between too much sex and not enough sex when playing such a prestigious role. Matilda, you play the sex worker with such truth and authenticity. Do you yourself have any work experience in the sexual field?
No.
Do you wish you had any work experience in the sexual field?
I don't think you're authorised to ask that.
What an insightful interview with the young Matilda Simmons.
Say hello to the one and only Mark Edwards, playing the film's non-medical doctor, Paul Hogarth. The role of the art lecturer is an interesting one. It requires its actor to discuss 496 paintings of tree frogs mating, all whilst maintaining a straight face.
I could also feel the vibrant nature of the male frog and his somewhat alluring personality and its haunting imagery. I'm sorry. I think I'm having a stroke.
That performance had me speechless.
Let's talk about Katharina Hebard. Katharina gets the privilege of portraying Christian's chain-smoking next-door neighbour, Mrs. Hemphill. What was your trick when it came to learning such large chunks of nonsensical dialogue?
Oh, was I supposed to learn it? I'm just making shit up as I go along.
What a handy tip! And if Mrs. Hemphill were to possibly receive her own spin-off series, what do you think it would be called?
Something like That Fucking Bitch Next Door?
Well, that sounds like an Oscar Award winner to me.
Here we have the tallest member of the cast with an even taller personality, Craig Ingham. Craig is acting as art historian Glenn Baker Johnson Jackson III. And with a character like that, there was only one possible question that I could ask this actor. Why does your character have such an absurdly long name?
Hey, yeah, that's a good question. I actually think it's because I'm an art historian, and being an art historian, you have to have long names just to make you feel good and give you a bit of a self-importance thing, you know. I think that's it.
The answer of a true thespian.
Tree frogs made in 49, do da. Tree frogs made.
Whew, we've now hit the 1800 timestamp on today's shooting schedule, and I've finally had the pleasure to meet Rebecca Alexander. Rebecca is playing the pivotal role of Christian Victoria's deceased mother, Sue Victoria. Is it pure chance that both actor and character have two first names? I'll let you be the judge of that.
What's it like playing a character that's dead?
Sue isn't dead in the film.
Oh, could you elaborate on that for viewers?
Well, I guess it's a bit like a flashback. Sue's giving, the press conference on Christian's behalf, so it's a flashback.
And that is what you call movie magic.
Speaking of this so-called press conference, here we have Cale Campers and Belinda Smith. Together they play the journalists that verbally drill Sue Victoria to a pulp.
As a professional hard-hitting journalist myself, even I find it exhausting being in front of the camera all day. How do you unwind after long, grueling hours on set?
We've actually only been here for a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Our penultimate cast member is Michael Deed as Cameron. Cameron is Christian Victoria's chauffeur, dental hygienist, and occasional lover. It takes a lot of concentration and skill to play such a layered role, so I decided not to interview Michael so that he could produce his best work. And I could hurry the fuck home.
And there you have it, folks, a behind-the-scenes... Wait, there's another day of filming. And welcome back to another subpar day on the set of Biography of a Star. Today we're filming at Ilya Chitsy's residence. So Ilya, what's your favourite prop from this film?
Pope Dick Armless Barry. I personally call him Pentecostal Man because I think like the Neanderthal Man, he was the beginning of the Genesis, but hey, that's just me. But a lot of love and passion went into that boy.
And what's the most absurd prop that you've had to make for golf?
The detachable penis. This is just one of a squillion prototypes I went through to develop that damn... I'm not allowed to say cock, but I will.
Today we shoot with our final actor, Al Gibson. Al is playing Harold Tutt, the egocentric self-proclaimed art critic who gives every Christian Victoria piece 5 out of 5 stars. So Al, Harold Tutt gives all of Christian Victoria's art 5 out of 5 stars. If you yourself were an art critic, would you regard his pieces just as highly?
Well, hell no.
How interesting. And what's something in your life that you would give 5 out of 5 stars?
My partner. She's amazing. And then the cat. Probably the dog after that.
Can you towel me down, please?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm feeling.
In a completely non-inappropriate way.
And in the film industry, that is what you call a wrap. Now Scott and Goff will slave away in the recording studio for several hours, piecing together the small amount of usable footage that will ultimately make up the mediocrity that is biography of a star, Christian Victoria. If you'd like to check the lunacy out for yourself, head to www.beernutsproductions.com or simply type Beer Nuts Productions into Google like any technologically adept human being. Alright, this is Kira Thompson, and this is me, signing off. Okay, Goff, where's my money?
What, you thought you were getting paid for this? You're kidding yourself, aren't you?
Are you serious? I've just done 2 days of work and you're not going to pay me.
Well, why would I pay you?
You're not going to pay this face.
No,
What?
no.
I just did all this work for you and you're not going to pay me?
Maybe if you got your
I'm
teeth.
never working for you again, Goff.
Well,
Screw you.
That's fine by me, bloody diva.